I was terrified, and truthfully, I still am. What if my game succeeds? What do I do then? What if the demo is great, but then the rest of the game decides to completely fall apart? What if it sucks? What if my story is terrible? And what if it's all a lie? What if I am a lie? What if my game breaks apart and I have to create and start things all over again from scratch? Because that has happened before. Hello, welcome in. I thought it was time to make my first official devlog for my horror game Paranoia Vol I. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Kay. I am a writer, a streamer, perpetually addicted to caffeine and Pepsi, and I'm also somehow a game developer. However, I still feel a little unqualified, and I don't think I'll ever really feel qualified as a game developer. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also to hit the subscribe button down below if you'd like to get more updates. Because I'm planning on making one of these every month, which is going to be tracking my journey from nothing to something, or nothing to the prototype, something like that. And now the prototype to the demo. Anyways, I have a point here. I'm planning to making one of these every month, tracking my journey from basically nothing to the prototype, and then from the prototype to the demo. However, the prototype is available on Steam. The link is going to be in my bio, so if you want to check it out, then you absolutely can. So yes, no pressure there, no pressure at all. So Paranoia originally started last year, and it was meant to be technically my first horror game that I was supposed to release, and a very simple horror game. The concept was straightforward. Every right choice would result in you passing through to the next level, and then every wrong choice you made would just end up killing you. Also, the more wrong choices you made, the more likely you'd end up getting the bad ending, and the better choices you made, the more likely you'd end up getting the good ending. So, and you know what, that is still partially true, but now instead of killing you, it will take you to a lot of different other places in the game, and it just branches into a different kind of gameplay, different kind of area, different maps, and so that obviously makes the game significantly more difficult, but also expand the story. So why am I making this game? Honestly, I see it is a way to make a story and put you as a player straight onto the stage. It's like immersion in some of the best ways possible. One thing I never even considered until quite recently. And the story can come alive in a way that I never thought was possible. That said, I have hit quite a few walls. One, I'm still very new to developing, and I am kind of learning on the go, which means that problems that most devs would take minutes to resolve sometimes takes me hours or even significantly longer. Two, there are costs, mostly the assets, because I'm not willing to spend the time learning 3D modeling in Blender. Not yet. I just don't have the time commitment for Blender. I really don't. Especially if a few dollars can fix the issue a lot faster. However, it does end up with the risk of maybe making it look more like an asset flip. So I'm spending a lot of time on the maps and building things and hopefully just making it my own, even though I'm using assets that can be used in other games, you know, so we'll have to see how that goes. Three, time. I still have a day job. I have to put in work in order to get paid. So anything and any work that I put in this game tends to come out of my own pocket, so to speak. And don't get me wrong, I love every minute, but I don't have all the time in the world to work on this game. And honestly, I think this is a reality just for most indie devs. Four, marketing. The scariest one of all. I wish someone had told me to really focus on marketing as a kid when it comes to any sort of creator endeavors, writing and now game development. Because what happens if I spend a year or 2 years on this and then no one knows and buys the game? So what happens if almost no one plays it? That is scary. It's terrifying as a thought. And yes, I know, make games for yourself, you know, write stories for you. I've heard all those shenanigans before, and I do make things for myself, but the deep selfish part of me really hopes people find and play this game. I'm just going to be open and honest about it. Maybe even a couple of my favorite streamers. I wouldn't complain. I totally wouldn't complain if that were to happen. And then even if I do successfully market it, what if people play it and then they hate it? Guys, game development is scary. It is there's so many things that bothers me, so many questions that I have, and so many things that scare me, and there's just so much. And there's a lot of anxiety, but with the prototype out now, I'm now officially working towards an official demo. And it's hopefully coming out this October, and the goals are for me quite simple. Finish all the mapped scenes, get the voice actors to voice act and create and make the story come to life, and then bug testing until it comes out of my ears, essentially. I know that's gross, but yeah. And then also to keep you guys all updated, which is exactly what I am planning on doing. As you guys might have noticed, I post a lot of shorts on this channel. The long form videos are still something that I'm learning how to make, mostly because I don't know how much level of effort and work I'm going to have to put in to make these videos. I am going to actually reduce the level of effort I put in for the long form, and I do tend to put more fancy stuff in the shorts. I think that's just gonna be how it works best at this point, mostly because I cannot spend 8 to 10 to 20 hours on a single long form video, not with everything else that is going on. But let me know, are you guys working on a project? If so, what is your project? I do have a Discord. I do have a lot of other platforms for you guys to join in, and I'm going to be continuing posting here, posting my journey, posting the struggles, and maybe also some game discussions of other games that I've played and really enjoyed, because I have to admit they are my source of inspiration. It's just like writers reading books and getting inspiration from books. It's the same thing with game development, essentially. And these days I've got the game development curse of like, I wonder how they created this. So that's a new unfortunate thing that's been happening as well. And so let me know, what is one of your biggest fears as a game developer, if you are a game developer, and what are some of the things that you enjoy as a gamer? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Also, if I make a new video, you might see a link up here as well, hopefully. We'll have to see. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.